California dreaming about you.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Dunny Z Gaming, and we're going to continue today on with the Red Dawn Rising campaign we started nearly a week ago now, and we're going to carry on from where we left off. We had got to head towards the UK approach centre, and yeah, we'll get underway and see how we get on. So we had got to move on towards UK approach and intercept some supply vessels supplying towards Holy Lock area, and I'm heading that way now, and obviously there's a submarine coming my way, so we stop and wait for him to come to us. So we've got a new sonar contact bearing 171 Sierra 1, so we're close to 10,000 yards, just checking with the XO, and we are fully armed with the torpedoes, so we'll get underway and see if we can locate this submarine. So conditions, the ambient noise 107 decibels, so it's going to be quite difficult to detect. We will drop below the layer and see whether we can pick him up and see how close he is. And as always guys, hope you're enjoying the videos. The things that you're not, obviously let me know in the comments. If you are, please like and subscribe to the channel, lets me know that you're enjoying what I'm doing. We will carry on with this and continue this campaign through to the finish. I'm hoping to get some more World of Warships and some few odd other games that I've been playing out, but as always, real life's taking over, so been a little bit busy, not had much chance to play, but I will be putting the videos out as and when they are done. So we're just dropping below the layer.
Passing 200 feet.
And we're not getting any contacts at the moment. Now obviously this isn't our mission, taking out this, well, it could be a submarine, it could be a pack of submarines, or it could be a single.
Con sonar, switching to active search.
So I'm going to switch to active sonar, locate this guy, which we've picked him up straight away. We'll get a torpedo straight off. He's gone active sonar as well, he's heading straight towards us. So we'll get a torpedo off now that we've got his location. He's done the same. So we're going to go, we've cut the wire, we're going to go full speed and dive to evade this torpedo that's coming. You can see in the background.
Passing 400 feet.
And see whether we get lucky.
Passing 500 feet. Passing 600 feet. Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
So we've gone down a good depth, nearly 800 feet, we have stopped cavitating.
Passing 900 feet. Passing 1,000 feet. Rig ship for ultra quiet.
We'll see whether we get lucky with this torpedo. His torpedo does look to be heading our direction, although initially it looked to be heading the opposite direction. So we are going to we should be alright at this depth, as long as that torpedo doesn't dive. We should not be detected by it. So we are going to come left and try and turn away from the direction that torpedo's heading in.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 1.
And ours looks to have found the enemy submarine. He's already dropped a noisemaker.
1, 5 knots.
And it's actively chasing him. So it's gone into noisemaker homing. So that looks to be his torpedo. You can see us just down there. And there we go, we've got a hit.
Bearing 1, 6, 2. Contact breaking up.
So we've got this torpedo is passing by us. I don't know whether it's gone active. So obviously we can't leave until that weapon's gone. So we'll get that tube on reloaded, we'll turn away from the torpedo and try and put some distance between it and us. And so it was a 209, that submarine. So we'll just head away, compress some time until we're far enough away from that weapon that we can exit the mission. And there we go, we can. So we'll leave combat, just the 209 here, so we've got what we've come for. Obviously it's not our mission objective, so we are going to head down. I think this ship here is our objective. So I'm going to head in his direction. And somehow, I don't quite know how, he appears above us and he's gone, and we've not completed that mission or been able to do it. So, a bit frustrating, if I'm honest. So we need to return to Murmansk for repairs and replenish stores. So we'll get on with that. We've got a long way to go and we're not exactly going quickly, so it's going to take us a little while to get all the way back to Murmansk. Obviously we just need to bear in mind there's a surface fleet in the Norwegian Sea. We could do with avoiding that, really. I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world if we do bump into them. And yeah, can't get away from him. So we've new saying our contact bearing 304 Sierra 1. So we're at 50 feet, so we can pop the periscope, have a look, see what's heading our way. And our speed's only 5 knots, so we're not going to be detected because we did come to a stop just before. So we've got one contact at the moment, Sierra 1. So I'll pop the periscope and see what we can see. I can't see anything down the bearing we were given. So he's obviously out of range with the periscope, so I'm going to do a quick look-see round and make sure we've got nobody else close to us. We've got another contact, Sierra 2's popped up now. I think he's also out of visual range. So I'm going to have just a quick scan around and make sure we're not. So there's a helicopter there, you see. So they're off in that direction. We just can't see. So we'll have a quick scan around the boat, make sure there's nobody closing in on us that we haven't detected.
Raise the ESM mast.
I'm going to stick the ESM mast up just to double check we're not missing anybody out here. So it looks to be coast clear in terms of close contact. So we'll lower the mast and we'll lower the periscope. So ambient noise isn't bad, 81 decibels. So I think we'll set up an attack on Sierra 1. We've got a 63% solution already, saying that he's 15,000 yards away. So we'll get a torpedo off in his predicted direction. So that's off looking okay. I'm just watching his speed and his course. Now if he's detected this torpedo, his course and speed should change. And at the moment, we are undetected. We are just sinking down a little bit. We've got no layer to hide us. So I just want to use a little bit of depth just to give us a little bit of a heads up in case there is anything dropped by the helicopter and we haven't spotted. But at the moment, Sierra 1 is unaware he's under attack. So the torpedo's just getting towards reaching its, so it is a Nox. So So we've classified him.
Last bearing 2.
So we're just coming up to the point where the torpedo will go active. And still his course and speed are the same. So I'm quite happy with that. Our solution's up at 85%. So we should get a visual on this guy in a minute. No, he is. His speed still looks okay, and his course is exactly the same, so no change on either of those. His speed slightly changed, but his course is the same. It looks like he's going to run straight into the nose cone of this torpedo, so we've given it a nice bit of lead. We have kept the wire in case we need to use it, but we shouldn't have to. Just going to zoom in on the map there, as you can see. Just gives us an idea where he's going to be when that torpedo reaches him, and it looks pretty good. We've got plenty of runtime on the torpedo, on these Russian torpedoes. So no change in course or speed still, so you can only presume that this torpedo is still undetected by this NOx. He is pinging active sonar, but I don't think he's getting anything, else he would have turned towards us. All being well, this should turn out to be a good torpedo run on this guy, because he spent that long not evading or realising he's even under attack. By the time he realises it's going to be way too late. Now someone else is pinging active sonar, I just noticed then. So Sierra 2 is now in play. We have got a fix on him.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
So the torpedo has got a lock on Sierra 1, and I think the penny's going to drop in a minute that he is under attack, and it's way too late to do anything about it. So he's turning hard towards the torpedo. But yeah, just too little too late, unfortunately.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1. Last
Okay, so that's one down.
7, 9.
And well, Master 2, as he is now, or Sierra 2, he's heading straight for, according to my solution, he's heading straight for
Aye, sir.
his mate there. Maybe to help pick up survivors, I don't know. But he's heading straight towards us anyway. So we'll go ahead and classify our second contact. Does look like another NOx.
Con sonar Master 2 is classified as
So we'll
escort.
classify him as a NOx. But his solution is really poor, in terms of we've not got enough to get a solid fix on him. So in a minute, amateur hour on my part is going to come into play, because we've kept the wire for this torpedo as well. I do want to be careful and just keep an eye out for this helicopter as well, because we are heading straight for the wreck of the first Nox that we've sunk. I don't want to be detected by the helicopter. You can just see in the distance. And obviously with us not getting a solid fix on this guy, I did start to think maybe it's a submarine. So that's why I'm furiously searching through the signatures to see whether it could be a submarine. So it looks like that Nox is now fully sunk.
Con sonar, Master 2 is classified as escort.
And there he is, going down to Davy Jones' locker. And still, our second contact is heading straight this way, according to the solution that we have, which obviously is not firmed up any further than 75%, which again is still a little bit frustrating. Obviously I think the wreck of the first Nox is giving him a little bit of cover in terms of noise. And there's that helicopter. So he's now obviously furiously trying to figure out where we are. So I've just gone back to where we are just to keep an eye on this helicopter to see where he ends up, because if he starts coming too close to us we need to start diving, or maybe come to a complete stop to see whether we can fool him into thinking we're not there at all. And I mean, this torpedo looks to be good from the solution that we're getting. It looks like he's going to basically take a torpedo straight on the nose. But yet we still don't have a solid solution on him. 75% is good, but it's not 95 or 100. Yeah, and there we go, the helicopter is actively looking for us now. So just need to be mindful of that. I do have to say, after using the Mark 48 torpedoes for the Allies when we played the original campaign, these are so slow, painfully slow. They've got great run time, unlike the Mark 48s. They've got a little bit less run time, but these I'd rather have less run time than just be faster. And it looks like the torpedo's picking up nobody, which sort of baffled me really, that's the solution we're getting. So I'll take manual control of the torpedo, and amateur hour is now going to begin. And I'm going to turn the torpedo back on what is the solution I've got on this guy at the minute, and we're picking up nothing. Sonar guys who were with us, just, I don't know what the hell they were doing. They must have been drunk. But that torpedo, according to their solution, has sailed straight past him again. So I don't really know what was going on there. Obviously this solution's still not any better at 76%. So I'm going to turn the torpedo back around onto the solution that I have, and if he was there, that would be getting a lot, without any shadow of doubt. but we're just getting nothing. Not picking anybody up. He's still down this bearing because he's still pinging active sonar. But somehow he's evading not only my drunk sonar team, he's also evading this torpedo because he's not even here. He's not where my sonar team are telling me he is, and where he's being plotted on the course map. Otherwise he would have been joining his friend already. He's still banging away on active sonar, and he looks to have passed the Nox wreck, so we should be getting a better solution now. So now I'm furiously looking at my map thinking, well, you know, what the hell is going on? Is it a Nox, or is this guy visible? I'm going to have another go with the torpedo and turn it around again. It's showing his range now as 9,000 yards and closing. At a fairly rapid speed, he's coming towards us at 20 knots. And still the torpedo is getting nothing. So I've put the torpedo on active homing now, and let it start banging away on active sonar. See whether it picks anything up. And our solutions dropped right back down to 57%, which is even less helpful. The sonar team have not only been drunk, they've all fell asleep. So at the minute I'm not too happy. We're obviously running the timer down on this torpedo, and our solution is just getting worse and worse. And this isn't really our mission. We're trying to get back to port, and we're wasting valuable time sinking ships we didn't technically need to sink. So I'm going to start climbing to the surface to see if I can't get the periscope up, and the amateur hour is going to continue, because if you watch the depth counter, I'm now at 75, 70 feet, 65 feet, 50 feet. My solution's back up to 74%, and it puts the Sierra 2 far further behind, and there he is. So we've got 90%, and I'm sitting at 20 feet. At which point now I've just probably realised, like I have, there we go, and I'm sitting out of the water for everyone to see. The Nox you can see in the background is firing on us, and it's all hands to full speed, dive, pay more attention. So obviously, not only were the sonar team drunk, I also was drunk at the helm as well. We're all going to get away with it though. Thankfully that Nox is a poor shot, and we still have runtime on this torpedo, which at the last minute before we lost the wire, I managed to turn in the general direction here for this Nox, and we've got a good solution. And now it's just time to evade. Now we've been spotted.
Passing 600 feet. Rig shift for ultra quiet. Passing 700 feet.
We've got a torpedo. Looks to be from the helicopter. So we'll go to full speed again, flank speed, sorry, and try and evade. It is just starting to get a tow on us now. We have sunk the Nox. He's took that torpedo. So basically all we've got to do is evade this torpedo and not get detected again by the helicopter, and we can continue on with what it is we were supposed to be doing. I'm just going to make some knuckles, try and waste this torpedo's fuel circling around looking for us. Still got a lock on us. I mean, best case scenario, it gets close and you can basically drop a noisemaker and then climb quite sharply to try and leave the weapon at the lower depth, which is what I'm trying to do here, but we've got locked again.
Passing 900 feet.
So I am going to drop a noisemaker,
Passing 800
which breaks a lock, and we'll continue our climb while that torpedo looks for us.
Passing 600 feet.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
And we are going pretty vertical in terms of climb in depth.
Make con sonar. No
Back
longer
the speed off so
cavitating.
we're not cavitating anymore, and leave that torpedo down there searching for us, which we have managed to do. The noisemaker has distracted it for long enough that we're no longer detected by it. And then it's just a case now of running the time down until this weapon explodes, and then we can get out of dodge and get on with what it is we're supposed to be doing.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 1.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
So it looks to be no helicopter in sight. So maybe he only had one weapon. He's gone back to land somewhere. And that torpedo behind us is just going round and round in circles looking for us. And it's not going to find us. So I'm going to compress some time till that weapon detonates. There we go. And there we go. We're clear, so we can leave combat. Just the 2 Noxes, so we got what we done, what we needed to get done. Obviously, it wasn't our mission objective. So we'll head into my mounts, rearm, and then see what the Admiral's got for us. So, intelligent data indicates the enemy plans to reinforce its forces at Holy Lock. A convoy of supply ships believed to be leaving the UK approach 70th soon. You must intercept and destroy the convoy before landing with additional troops or materials, options depending on you. So we'll go ahead and rearm. We'll get some missiles on board, because we have definitely missed them. That'll save us wasting torpedoes and a lot of time for them to get to their targets, especially on surface fleet anyway. And we've got 16 torpedoes, 4 Mosses. Okay, so 18 hours in port, we'll cast off. I'm going to need to head back to the UK approach around Holy Lock, sorry. And you can see that ship there is, well, for some reason he's managed to drive through Southern Ireland. I don't quite know how he's managed that, but obviously a little bit of a bug. And we'll head back that way, and obviously we've got 2 submarines here. I kind of want to just avoid. Don't really want to tangle with these guys unless I really have to, because they're not my mission objective. And we might just get to where we want to be going in a minute. Obviously we're going to get seen by that Allied aircraft there, so they know we're here. And I think that is our target, is sailing off into the North Atlantic. And another mission failure, because we just cannot get to the location soon enough. So fairly frustrating. So satellite recon spotted enemy missile submarines preparing to sail from Holy Lock within 72 hours. Well, we're right on top of Holy Lock, so I'm just going to basically sit here and wait for them to come to me. And obviously their friends are here, so I don't want them. I want these guys coming north. Okay, so we've got new sonar contact bearing 162 Sierra 1. Just checking the XO and get the boat reloaded with what we want. And we're close to 10,000 yards. We're at 50 feet. So we shouldn't be detected. Okay, so we've not got any contacts. Oh, we have, sorry. New contact bearing 162. So we've got a strong duct, strong layer. Ambient noise is low, and we've only got 444 feet to play in. So we are just off the coast of England. So we have got a contact. So we'll go ahead and classify him now. Now I'm going to get this classification, this one right. I think this one was right. Well, this one might have been the wrong one. One of them I've definitely do get right, but that one looked to be right from when I was looking at it, but turns out that's incorrect. Okay, so we've got the what I think is the Los Angeles Class 1 at 18,000 yards away from us. He is sitting above the layer, so I do want to just drop below the layer now and have a look, see if anybody is below it or is hiding in the shadow zone. So we'll sink out just below 156 feet. See whether we get a new contact from anywhere else.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1.
There we go, straight away we've got
164.
new contact, Sierra 2. So I want to get a weapon on Sierra 1 because we know where he is. And we'll classify Sierra 2. And that looks like a Swiftsure.
Con sonar.
So we'll go ahead and classify him.
Classified as submerged submarine.
And the Swiftsure, according to the solution, is 37,000 yards away. So we'll give him a reasonable lead, just so that the weapon doesn't go active before what I thought was the Los Angeles. So 2 weapons away, 2 targets, one above, one below the layer. So there's definitely getting a better solution on the Swiftsure now. We're up to 50%. And then he leaps almost 20,000 yards closer, even though the solution is actually got worse. So now I can't be sure how close this Swiftsure is, so I am going to activate that torpedo. And I'm going to activate the first torpedo. And we'll just let these run now and see whether we can get a hit, or at least get our mission objective done, because this has been an entire session of not completing the mission objectives and just basically running into enemy ships trying to get to or from mission objectives, which has been quite frustrating, to be honest. But we have got some tonnage sunk, so that's always good. So the Swiftsure solution is definitely coming back up now, 54%. So we just need that to get a little bit better, so we can at least get a course and see which way this guy is heading. And there we go, we have got his course, 269, so he's heading basically west, almost due west. So we'll steer our second torpedo onto his location. Our first torpedo is heading off in the right direction from our last, the named position of Sierra 1. And Sierra 2 still seems quite unaware. He's only doing 10 knots. He still seems unaware that he's under attack. and we have kept the wire on both weapons, which is helpful in case we do need to steer them onto target. And we've got a bit of deja vu now because this weapon is saying it's not seeing anything. So I thought, uh oh, there we go again.
Con sonar. Sierra
And then our
2
solution does
is
firm up.
cavitating.
We're at 90%, 89% now, and he has got a lock. 95%, so he's going to pop up in front of us.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 170.
Con, fire control, weapon
And
acquired.
Los Angeles has popped up closer, but then we've got a lock on our first torpedo.
Con sonar.
So
Sierra
that's the
1
Swift Shore,
is
and looks like
classified
the
as
it's
submerged
changed the contact designation classification. It is actually a resolution Sierra 1, not a Los Angeles. And he's heading straight for this torpedo, so there's not a lot he's going to be able to do in terms of noisemaker. So I am going to take control of the first weapon and just turn it in the direction he's going. I don't want it to. I don't want him to try and out-turn this. And just basically drive it into the side of him. And annoyingly, it hasn't sunk him. So that's going to need another torpedo. So we'll get a torpedo off
Aye, sir.
in his direction. Now here's the Swift Shore, who we obviously got a good contact on. And this is just going to basically drive straight into his
Con
propeller.
sonar lost contact.
And it
Sierra
has
2,
sunk in.
last bearing 203. Contact breaking up.
It looks like the Resolution's made the choice to go to the surface. He's obviously flooding. So whether he's planning on getting his crew off, I don't really know. But we look to be in a good position now to completing this objective. And there we go, he is broaching the surface. Now going to the surface is fine, it does help with your flooding, but you don't actually need to go above the surface. You just need to go, you know, up to say 100 feet, and you can start pumping some of the water out if you are suffering with flooding. But I mean, for somebody who's going full throttle, that's why he's cavitating. He's banging away, making a lot of noise. He's obviously got flooding, so he's not going to be a difficult target to take down. And he's probably still going too fast to fire a torpedo off at us, as I think we're still undetected. So I am going to just speed up time, compress a little bit of time here, and save mucking around watching this torpedo come in for the last couple of minutes.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
There we go, torpedo has acquired him. It wasn't going to be a difficult thing for it to do. He's not doing too much to try and escape with the damage that he's sustained in the first hit.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 184.
So he's dropped a noisemaker, but we've still got the wire, so we're not going to muck around and let that go into countermeasure homing.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
I just want to drive it straight at him now.
Con sonar lost contact.
And there we go, we've got him. So that is our mission objective. Only one of our mission objectives, we've failed two. So yeah, congratulations on the job well done. Await additional orders. Obviously we had got incoming submarines, but that's where we're going to leave it for today, guys. And we'll just look at our next mission. So intelligence reports an enemy carrier task force preparing to sail from the North Atlantic convoy route B for patrolling the Norwegian coast. So that'll be our next mission, and we will continue on with that as we go. So I hope you enjoyed that one, guys, and as always, I hope you're enjoying the videos. Let me know, comments, and like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.